Have you ever been so confident of your knowledge and your understanding that you just could not accept what someone else was telling you, only to find out later that you were completely wrong? Well, my guess is you probably have. If you think carefully enough, we could probably all start to recall way more stories than we'd like to about times we were totally wrong and yet adamant that we were right. I'll give you an example in my own life. In general, I remember where I place things. Keys, phone, wallet, shoes, headphones. They usually go in the same place every time. So naturally, when they go missing, it must be my wife, Erica, who has moved them to a different spot where I cannot find them. So I've had times where I'm adamant that I set my keys on the island, but she must have moved them because they aren't there. When she says that she didn't touch them, I am certain that she has forgotten that she's touched them. I mean, after all, I know. I wouldn't forget. She, on the other hand, she doesn't know and she would forget. Or, so goes the logic in my head. She'd ask me questions like, well, are they in a pocket somewhere? When's the last time you used them? Are you sure you brought them into the house? And so forth. And yet, even as I keep looking for the keys and coming up blank in each spot I look, I'm growing more convinced that she took them. But of course, maybe 10 minutes later or an hour later, I inevitably find the keys in a jacket I didn't remember wearing or in pants that I thought I had checked, but I didn't check well enough. Well, what's the point? What does this have to do with the sermon this Sunday out of the last half of John 12? Well, the point is, in this passage, we're going to see people just like me, adamant that they know and that they are right. Only their confidence and pride has much more serious consequences than being wrong about keys. These people are wrong about Jesus. They cannot reconcile a Christ that dies, a Son of Man that's going to be crucified. We're going to see a group of people that know and believe in the miraculous power of Jesus, but choose to believe and love the glory from man more than the glory that comes from God. This section has some hard truths in it. It has some serious warnings for us. But the point of this last section, before Jesus retreats from the public to just be with his disciples before his death, is that he wants us to be sure that we have genuinely trusted in Jesus. So that's the point of the sermon. How can we know for sure we've trusted in Jesus? And so we'll look at 3 responses to Christ to help us know for sure that we've trusted in him rather than foolishly and proudly trusting in ourselves.